Hello guys, so today we are going to start the topic of linear algebra. So you will ask me, where do we use linear algebra? Engineers can use linear algebra in machine learning, even in your college exams or in UPSC maths optional. Okay, so let's start with linear algebra. So we must know about matrices. What is a matrix? Matrix is just like a grid structure. So how do we represent matrix? We represent matrix through a simple symbol of A m cross n, where m is the number of rows and n is the number of columns. Okay. We can further elaborate it as A ij m cross n, where what is I? I is again our row number, and j is the column number. Okay, Aij is the element of the matrix. Okay, so how to elaborate it? Let's write an example of 3 cross 2 matrix. Okay, A is a 3 cross 2 matrix. So our number of rows is 3, number of rows, and 2 is number of columns. Okay. So see, number of rows is 3, 1, 2 and 3. 3 rows and 2 columns. 1 column, 2 column. Okay. Row 1, row 2 and row 3. This column 1, this column 2. Okay. So we can write numbers here. Like I am doing -2, 3, 1, 4, 5, 2. So this is a 3 cross 2 matrix. Okay, because 3 is the number of rows. 1 row, 2 row, 3 row. Columns, first column, second column. Okay. So see what we are going to do first in this topic. So we are going to start with the rank of the matrix. So what we are going to do? Rank. Okay, rank of a matrix. But before doing rank, let's know some elementary operations on the matrix. Elementary operations. They can be either row operation or column operation. Okay. So let's see some example of row operation and column operation. Okay. First type. If you want to multiply a row with number, suppose k r1. What is k? K can be any real number. It can also be complex number in some cases. Okay. If you are dealing with linear transformation, you can also use complex number. KR1. Similarly for column, it will be column number into some alpha times column 1. Okay. So second type could be, if you want to add 2 rows. Okay, we can simply add 2 rows, or we can add the second row with some other number, like just kr1. We can use kr1, kr2. Okay, we are adding row 1 with k times r2. Similarly for column also, column 1 goes to column 1 plus beta column 2. Okay, there is one more operation. If you want to interchange 2 rows, what we do? This means row 1 and row 2 will interchange. Okay. Similarly for columns, So these are some elementary operations. So let's start with the rank of the matrix. Okay. We will understand rank through an example. It will be easier for us. Okay. So let's start with a 3 cross 3 matrix. I am writing an example. Okay. This is a 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay. So what we will do? Look. This is column 1, column 2, column 3. Row 1, row 2 and row 3. You can clearly see that. Row 1, row 2 and row 3. Column 1, column 2 and column 3. Okay. So see, we will first look for the column 1. Okay. We will go in this direction, column wise. Okay. But what we are going to do, we always do row operations. Okay. What we'll do? We'll do row operations. But how we'll do row operations, we will see that. Okay. So just start with column 1. Okay. Locate for the first non-zero element. Okay. What do we have to locate? We have to locate first non-zero element. So our first non-zero element is 1 in the row 1. Okay. We will keep that row as it is. We'll copy that row. Simply copy that row. 1, 2 and 3. Now our task starts now. Okay. So what we are gonna do? We will make all the elements below it as 0 on the same column only. That is column 1. Our first element is non-zero element is 1. We will make all the elements below it as 0. 2 and 3 will try to make them 0. So how to make row 2 as 0? If we do like this, row 2 goes to row 2 minus 2r1. Okay. If we subtract 2 times r1, then it will become 0. See how this works. This is 2, 5 and 1 minus 2 times 1, 2 and 3. This is again 2, 5, 1 minus 2, 4 and 6. What will the result? 2 minus 2, 0. 5 minus 4, 1. And 1 minus 6, minus 5. Okay. So what the answer is? 0, 1, minus 5. If you are not understanding anything, you can just stop the video and go back. Okay. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, go back and restart that video. Okay. So yeah, we have calculated row 2 and we have made the next element as 0. Okay. So we will try to do the same thing with the row 3, column 1 of row 3, that is 3. We will try to make this as 0. Okay. So how to make this as 0? What we will do? We will simply row 3 goes to row 3 minus 3 times r1. Okay. So what will happen? See, 3, 4, 6 minus 3 times 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So what will the result? 3, 4 and 6 minus 3, 6 and 9. What's the answer is 0. 4 minus 6 minus 2 and 6 minus 9 minus 3. So we will copy it here as it is 0, minus 2 and minus 3. Okay. We are done. Now we will not touch row 1. We will just simply skip it. Okay. Now we have done with column 1 also. So skip column 1 and row 1. Okay. Now we will go to column 2. This is column 2. Okay. We will work with column 2. So we have already skipped column 1. Okay. You can skip column 1. What's the next? Sorry, we have skipped row 1. What's the next row? Row 2. There is the next row. Okay. In column 2, in row 2, the element is non-zero. Okay. we'll try to basically locate next non-zero element in column 2, skipping row 1. Okay, so we have already found that in column 2, that is 1. So we will try to make all the elements below it as 0. Okay, vertically we will move down and we will try to make all the elements below it as 0. So what's the next element? Minus 2. Okay, how to make it as 0? See, we'll copy first row as it is. We'll not do anything to row 1. Okay, so we'll not do anything to row 2 because we are making row 3 as 0, column 2 row 3 as 0. So we'll copy row 2 also. Now okay, so what we can do to make this as 0 using this? So we can write this, row 3 goes to row 3 plus 2 times row 2. See, 2 times row 2 is 2, 2 ones are 2, minus 2, 0. So what will happen? 0, minus 2, minus 3, plus 2 times 0, 1, minus 5. Okay, what will happen to this? This will become 2, this will become minus 10. S2 goes inside, this is like this. Now 0 plus 0, 0. Minus 2 plus 2, again 0. Okay, minus 3, minus 10, that is minus 13. Okay, see, now we are done with row 1, row 2 we are done with. Okay, and column 2 we already done, column 1, column 2 are already done. Now what left is column 3. Okay, now we will look for the first non-zero element, skipping row 1 and row 2. So next non-zero element is in row 3, that is minus 13. So what we have to do? We have to make all the elements below it as 0. All the elements below it as 0 vertically. Okay, in the same column only. So there are no elements below it. Okay, so this is our final answer. So see, how many non-zero rows are there? This is a non-zero row 1. This is also a non-zero row 2, and this is also a non-zero row 3, because there is minus 13. 2 elements are 0, but 1 element is non-zero. So we will count it as non-zero row. Okay, so its rank will be counted as 3. Okay, you can look at it. You can pause the video and look at the answers, and you can match your own also. Okay, so let's take another example. We want to find the rank. Okay, you will understand better with this example. Suppose we have a 3 cross 4 matrix. Okay, suppose we have this matrix. Okay, so how we will start? We will go to column 1 because there is nothing we have done right now. So we will go to column 1. Okay, so we will see for the first non-zero element. So see, do we have non-zero? No, it is 0. Again we have 0. Okay, now we have 1. So our first non-zero element is in row 3. So we have to bring it to column 1. Okay, because we want column 1 row 1 first element to be non-zero. Okay, so let's make it. How can we make it? We can just interchange the two rows, row 3 and row 1. So let me interchange. Row 3 will be like this, 1 2 3 0. second row will be as it is. And the first column will be here 0, 1, 2, 3. What we have done? We have just interchanged the rows, row 1 with row 3. Okay, we have transferred this row here and this row here. Okay. Okay. So, see, our first column and first element is non-zero. Okay. We have to make all the elements below it as 0. Okay. So there is already 0. So nothing more to do. Okay. So see what we can do next. Yeah. We will keep row 1 as it is because its part is done and dusted once for and all. Okay. So what we have to do, we will copy as it is row 1. Now go for column 2. Okay, column 2. We will try to locate first non-zero element but skipping row 1 elements. Okay, we have to skip entire row 1. We will look for first non-zero element. Skipping row 1. Okay, where is the next non-zero element? In row 3. And row 2 is, we have not dealt with row 2 and it is 0. So what we will do? We will try to make row 2 as non-zero. Okay, if possible. If it is not possible, you can skip it. But here it is possible. We can interchange the two rows so that row 2 will become non-zero. Okay. So let's do it. 0, 1, 2 and 3. The last will be 0, 0, 0, 2. What we have done? We have just row 2 and row 3 are interchanged. Yeah. So see, we are dealing with row 2. We have to make all the elements below it as 0. It is already 0. So we can do nothing with it. So skip row 2. Row 1 and row 2 are done. Now we will go to column 3. Okay. Column 3 is skipping row 1 and row 2. What's the next element? 0. Is there any row below it which is non-zero? No. So we will skip column 3 also. Okay. We will go to column 4. See, column 4. Column 4, the next row is non-zero. Okay, but there is no column below it. Then it's over. Okay, this is the final matrix. So how to know rank? Just look at how many non-zero rows are there. This is non-zero because at least there is one non-zero element in the row. To check, it is a non-zero row. So there is one which is non-zero. So row 1 is non-zero. Similarly, row 2 is non-zero because at least there is one element which is non-zero. Now go to row 3. There is a 0, there is a 0, again there is a 0, but there is a non-zero element. Okay, so this row is also non-zero. So what will the rank? Rank will be 3. Okay, the rank is 3. So thank you for today. We'll meet in the next video.